Hi, my name is Matthew Jeffery. I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer based in Toronto, Ontario. Today I'm going to be talking about the basics of spousal sponsorship applications. If you are a Canadian citizen or permanent resident and you are married to someone who is not a Canadian, then you can sponsor your spouse to become a permanent resident in Canada. Permanent residence is a type of immigration status that allows a foreign national to live, work, and study in Canada on a permanent basis and eventually transition to citizenship. A Canadian can sponsor their spouse to become a permanent resident by entering into an agreement with the Canadian government to be financially responsible for their spouse for a period of 3 years after they arrive in Canada. In order to qualify as a sponsor, the Canadian citizen or permanent resident should be living in Canada, should be at least 18 years of age, and should be employed. There is no minimum income requirement to sponsor a spouse, but the Canadian immigration authorities will want to be satisfied that the Canadian can support their spouse once he or she arrives in Canada. As long as the Canadian is qualified to sponsor, then the foreign spouse can apply for permanent residence on this basis. The spouse does not need to show any qualifications to be sponsored. They simply need to demonstrate to the immigration authorities' satisfaction that they are in a genuine relationship with their Canadian sponsor and they are not simply trying to gain admission into Canada. Apart from that, the foreign spouse will have to show that they are not inadmissible to Canada for any reason, such as on security grounds. So that's a very basic summary of spousal sponsorship immigration to Canada. Of course, it's a lot more complicated than that to actually make a spousal sponsorship application. To discuss your case in more detail with me, please call my office and I'd be happy to help you with further information. I'm Matthew Jeffery. Thanks for watching.